What is the central theme of your book, Sab Mumkin Hai?
I've written a book. My first book was about my life, and it was from nothing to everything. Kuch nahi se sab kuch. So that book was well accepted, and then over the last 8 years, I've been asked again and again to write about how we have built NETSOL, the business side of it. So I started putting my thoughts together, start writing it, and over the period when we're completing it, we're just trying to figure out what do we call it. What is a book like this is called? How do you define a book which is about your struggles and in life what you are able to achieve? So this thing, this Sab Mumkin Hai just came, just like that.
Alright.
And most people said that Sab Mumkin nahi hai. Life mein, it's easy to say, but just saying Sab Mumkin Hai, people will not agree with it. You know what my answer was, Conan? My answer was that Sab Mumkin Hai is a belief. It's when you believe that if you want, you can achieve whatever your goals are. So Sab Mumkin is coming from that. Idea is simple, that we are very capable. Sometimes we are not even aware of our own capabilities, own self. But if we put ourselves to it, we are able to do things which are not normal, which sometimes people believe that will not happen.
So, can you discuss some key lessons that you share in Sab Mumkin Hai?
Oh,
Just the
definitely.
major ones.
Yeah. The key lesson was that you will face challenges. For sure, whenever you initiate something, whenever you start an enterprise, it will not just happen that you enterprise शुरू की, you start something and then you start working. It will not happen that way. So whatever plans you have laid down, they will not work out. So then you have to have the ability to improvise, ability to change, ability to accept कि मुश्किलें आएंगी. अगर आप ये सोच के you start a business or enterprise that I'll start today and in short period my business will work out and my enterprise will be successful, you will be disappointed. Be prepared for a long haul. The book tells you very simply, the longer it takes, the better it is for you. In a shorter period, if you're successful, yeah, you are successful, it will not work out in the long run. So longer time you have taken to build your enterprise, that enterprise becomes stable, is able to take ups and downs and survives longer. And then sometimes this enterprise becomes like built to last. They are there even when you are not there. So lesson is very simple. Be prepared for the longer haul. Be prepared for challenges. But just don't give up. Keep going back. If something doesn't work out, make a change. Try again. It will not work out, then you try again. So it's all about keep trying until you have achieved your goal.
Right. Sir, what were some challenges that you faced when you described in Sab Mumkin Hai?
The challenge was simple. Sometimes, things go wrong and they are not in your control. वहाँ पर फिर आपका टेस्ट होता है. कुछ चीज़ें आपके कंट्रोल में, कुछ डिसीजंस आप लेते हैं तो वो तो ठीक है, यू कैन मैनेज. बट कुछ ग्लोबल हालात, ग्लोबल कुछ हुआ, कोई मार्केट क्रैश हो गई, कोई ऐसा इंडस्ट्री का क्रैश आ गया, अब वहाँ पर इट्स नॉट इन योर कंट्रोल. वहाँ पर फिर आपको मैनेज करना है. You have to manage, you have to survive, you have to make sure that you stay in the business, take decisions which are not normal, and then if you survive, good days will come back. अच्छे दिन वापस आएंगे. But the point is that you have to survive the time which is creating a challenge for you.
Sir, in your personal journey, Sab Mumkin Hai कैसे डिपेक्ट करता है उसको और एंटरप्रेन्योर्स कैसे इंस्पायर होता है सर?
बिल्कुल सिंपली डिपेक्ट करता है, क्योंकि अगर आप मेरी लाइफ देखें, मैंने नेटसोल इनिशिएट की विद कुछ नहीं था मेरे पास, एंड इनिशिएट करने के बाद उसको बिल्ड किया, बहुत स्लोली किया. आज मैं आपके सामने बैठा हूँ. 28 years time lapsed while we are sitting and talking. Now that time is the full life cycle of what I have done, and this book shares that. This book shares my experiences. It's very important to understand, Karan, that this book is not written by somebody who's read hundreds of books, then summarize the books into a book. that the book talks about other people's journeys or other people's, what they have done. So books give you a narration, कि जी, no, if you do this, this will happen. No, this book is written by somebody who has gone through its own challenging, has gone through the journey himself. So the book is just factual. It is not made up. It is not about somebody else. It's about what I have gone through every day, decisions taken, good or bad. There were wrong decisions. There were bad decisions. They didn't work out. So books talks about all those.
सर व्हाट डू यू थिंक दैट सब मुमकिन है इसका क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा या है बिजनेस कम्युनिटी पे मेजरली इन पाकिस्तान?
A belief. Okay, most of us doubt our own self. Whenever things become challenging, the doubts start coming in, and this is where the book, gives you some confidence that you start doubting yourself, believe in yourself, then it is surely possible for you to achieve whatever you desire. So this book does guide you in terms of the सब मुमकिन word. You have to keep repeating yourself. सब मुमकिन है, तो फिर आपका दिखेगा कि चीज़ें आपकी start resolving because you're telling yourself सब मुमकिन है. और ये टर्म अगर आप कहते रहेंगे तो आपकी चीज़ें खुद ब खुद रिजॉल्व होंगी, क्योंकि आपने गिव अप नहीं करना. जो लोग सब मुमकिन का लफ्ज यूज करते हैं फिर वो गिव अप नहीं करते.
Sir, throughout your journey, what were some of the major significant challenges that you faced and how did you overcome them?
First was that I was starting without any capital. So when you don't have, very little capital, first of all, you have very little funding to work with. That's a big challenge. Second है कि I am starting a business in Pakistan, IT, 28 years ago when IT was not that well established in Pakistan. IT was not recognized as an industry. So there was not much work to be done in Pakistan in IT. That was a big challenge. So how do you build a company when your own country doesn't need or require your services? So that was the problem. Then country itself was a challenge. Country, मुझे याद है in 20, when I came to Lahore, I was in Australia, came back after 22 years. और मैं एक जंग अखबार looking at जंग सुर्खी and it says कि पाकिस्तान बड़े नाजुक दौर से गुजर रहा है. Funny part है, आज भी हम वही सुर्खी देखते हैं. So this country had the challenging environment, but that didn't stop us. We didn't care about that. Focused on what we believed in, and we started building business outside Pakistan, customers outside Pakistan. Alhamdulillah, that worked. So challenges were a lot, but then you have to accept that there are issues where you are from, but you can overcome those issues and challenges and still are able to succeed.
Can you take us back to the early days of NETSOL Technologies and tell us about the initial vision you had for the company?
As I said, before this life, I had a very good life in Australia. Living in Australia as an IT consultant, I'm an IT guy, and my IT background is 45 years now, 45 years of IT work done. So in Australia, I am living a very good life. It's a good life. The family is happy, country is beautiful, stable, no issues, no challenges. You work one day, whole day, and then come home and spend time with your family. It's a very simple life. And I just decide that I'm not satisfied with that simple life. I need some challenge in my life. So with that thought, I picked up my family and came to Lahore, again with nothing in my pocket because I don't save. Whatever I was earning, I was spending day to day. So the decision was huge, big. That has implication on my family and myself. Coming to Lahore then, starting the business from zero, and then building it slowly, gradually, was some of the decisions were tough. Some of the challenges are you have to get good people. Question in my mind was, do Pakistan have that kind of IT skills? I was surprised. They were very smart kids. Though IT industry, 28 years ago was just, in infancy. The IT schools were very young. At that time, schools were over 10 years old. IT schools, IT graduates were coming out, from new schools. But all that put aside, Pakistani youth, I found out, was extraordinarily intelligent. They had this hunger and they had this ability to work. So that was one help which was positive for me beside other negativities. So NETSOL was built on back of the people, very smart people. I cannot take the credit to myself at all, because it was all about the people we were able to put together as a team. And those people, in 20 years, each one of them have contributed to the success of NETSOL. There's so many names. I can take hundreds of names, and those hundreds of names have given their sweat and blood to build this company today as a global entity, as a global recognition of this organization, mashallah, is because the people we were able to put together were very clever, very committed, very loyal to their work. They were not loyal to me or company, but they were loyal to their work. And these are the things, these are the qualities you need to build a successful enterprise. So NETSOL definitely had its challenges and its early beginning pains. We were lucky, very lucky. We will have a very first customer. After a few months, we got a customer outside Pakistan. That customer was in Thailand. Mercedes-Benz, Mercedes-Benz car manufacturer was become our customer in Thailand. Karan, आज भी वो हमारे customer है, यानी 28 years से वो हमारे customer थे. So we were able to provide them service, good service every day for 28 years. That's why they stay with us. So that's what we did, last years. From first customer to today, we are, mashallah, a global enterprise. हमारी सबसे बड़ी मार्केट चाइना में है. इनफैक्ट जिस सॉफ्टवेयर को हम मार्केट करते हैं, हम उसके सबसे बड़े इस वक्त वेंडर हैं चाइना में. सबसे बड़ा कस्टमर हमारे पास है, सबसे बड़ा बिजनेस चाइना में उस सॉफ्टवेयर का हमारे पास है. पूरा पाकिस्तान चाइना से इंपोर्ट करता है और हम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह चाइना को एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं. We exporting software technology to China, mashallah.
Sir, if you reflect upon your own leadership style, as you know that आपका जो leadership skills होती हैं वो evolve करती हैं over the years. So how would you describe that?
I have this natural personality where I trust people. I'm like that since very strange. And so as a leader, I was able to bring team together and then have faith and trust in them to do their work. जब आप लोगों पे ट्रस्ट करते हैं ना, तो इट्स अमेजिंग कि लोग उस ट्रस्ट को तोड़ते नहीं आपके. मेरी लीडरशिप वेरी सिंपल है. हायर पीपल स्मार्टर देन योरसेल्फ. Definitely you pick up the people who know more than you, who are better educated than you, who are more smarter than you. They have more intelligence. But once you hire them, then let them lead you. You don't lead them, they lead you. That's how I have done. So I bring the smart people and let them tell them, okay, chalo karo, tell me what to do, challenge me. मेरे पास जब लोग बैठते हैं, हम कोई डिस्कशन करते हैं करण, और कोई एरिया है जहाँ पर हमें वी हैव टू डिसाइड. मोस्ट लोग, मेरी टीम मुझसे डिसएग्री करती है. दे डिसएग्री एंड आई लाइक दैट. क्योंकि अगर आपने मुझसे एग्री करा तो फिर मुझे आपकी जरूरत नहीं है. I hired you because I believe that you will show me the different way of doing these things which will be better than mine. Otherwise, अगर सब कुछ मैंने डिसाइड करना है या मैंने ही सारे डिसीजन लेने हैं, तो फिर मुझे किसी जरूरत ही नहीं है. Then हर चीज़ मैं करता जाऊँगा, ये कर दो, वो कर दो, मुझे किसी जरूरत नहीं है. But because I know I'm not that smart, I'm that clever, मेरी एजुकेशन जैसी है ही नहीं. So the leadership is very simple. Hire people, then let them lead you, let them, and obviously sometimes people do deceive you. That's normal, but that's okay. I accept that. And then you remove those people, and then you take your losses. Few deceptions, but very few, not too many. So I feel very proud that by trusting people, I was able to get more out of them than by just telling them what to do.
Amazing. So you have been known to take calculated risks in your career. Can you give us an example of a risk that paid off?
One simple, I left Australia.
Oh, really?
I am living a very good life in Australia, stable IT professional, not very rich, but earning enough to live a very good life. Now, you tell me, you have a family, small kids, और आप सडनली डिसाइड करें कि नहीं, मैंने उस कंट्री में जाना जहाँ पर हालात बड़े नाजुक है, बड़े और मुझे पता है कि पाकिस्तान के हालात ठीक नहीं. उस वक्त हम 96 की बात कर रहे हैं, और हेयर मैं डिसाइड करता हूँ कि मैं अपनी फैमिली लेकर लाहौर आ जाऊंगा और रिस्क ले रहा हूं, मैं आऊंगा और एक नया बिजनेस क्रिएट करूंगा, क्या गारंटी से क्या बिजनेस काम करेगा? क्या 28 साल पीछे जाके आप इमेजिन कर सकते हैं कि जो बिजनेस नेटसोल हम एस्टेब्लिश करें वो कामयाब हो जाएगी? I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. Nobody can tell you. That's the biggest risk and decision in my life. But before that, there are many others. So both of you need few hours to go through my story of decision making. But yes, Karan, I have taken decisions, and I tell you what, you know how I take decisions. Whenever there's a point, the thing that needs my decision, I don't send it to my brain to decide. You know what happens when I send to my brain? वो क्या करता है? वो SWOT analysis करता है, अच्छा बुरा अच्छा, ये हो जाएगा तो ये हो जाएगा, वो आपको confuse कर देता है. Oh, you know, this will happen, this will go wrong. I go to my gut and I decide on impulse. Either we do it or we don't do it, or we do it this way. And most of the time, my impulse was right, and the decision we took worked out very, very well. Obviously, some were learnings, but I have learned a lesson in that you have to decide through your gut. Your feeling needs to be there, not your mind. Mind has got lot of calculation. वो हमेशा कैलकुलेट करेगा, हमेशा वो प्लस माइनस करेगा, वो आपको माइनस दिखाता रहेगा. आप कभी फैसला नहीं कर सकेंगे. अगर मैं अपने जहन से सोचता, माइंड के बाद जाता कि मैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया छोड़ के आऊँ, तो मैं कभी ना आता. वो कहता है यार पागल हो गया, कौन ऐसा बेवकूफ़ करता है, इतना अच्छा मुल्क छोड़ के आप ऐसे मुल्क में जा रहे हैं जहाँ पॉलिटिकल इंस्टेबिलिटी है.
Sir, NETSOL has a global footprint. What do you believe is the key to successfully managing and growing a global business?
First of all, we took our time to establish global business. We didn't rush into establishing. We were slow in establishing different centers, and we went one by one. We didn't rush to go everywhere. Whenever you add new areas in your business, you are creating more challenges for you. So that is a lesson we learned early, and we were slow. But today we are truly global. Today we have 9 centers. We have offices. We have customers around the world. So today, yeah, it's easy. But when you're establishing global centers, you have to be very careful. Very careful how fast you move to grow. Growing fast, as I said early, is not advisable. At least if you ask me, I will never advise to grow fast. I always advise to slowly grow. Don't get overexcited. Don't. If you have 2-3 good customers, so आप उन्हीं को पहले सर्विस कीजिए and then add करें. Even more customer wants to come to you, you restrain your urge to get more customers, because unless you provide a better service to your current customers जो अभी हैं, और अगर उनको आप सर्विस नहीं दे रहे तो ग्रेजुअली दे विल स्टार्ट लीविंग यू. डजंट मैटर हाउ मेनी कस्टमर यू गॉट. मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दी कि जो मेरा पहला कस्टमर था 28 ईयर्स अगो, वो आज भी मेरा कस्टमर है. कैसे पॉसिबल है? सिंपली 28 साल हम उन्हें वही सर्विस दे रहे हैं जो डे 1 मैंने उनसे वादा किया था. ये कैसे मुमकिन है? ऐसे मुमकिन है कि वी मेक श्योर कि हमारे नंबर ऑफ कस्टमर्स थोड़ा रहे, और एवरी कस्टमर डजंट मैटर कि वो कितना पे कर कम ज़्यादा, उसको उसी क्वालिटी की सर्विस दें कि वो आपके पास वापस आए. नया कस्टमर बनाना मुश्किल होता है, पुराना कस्टमर रिटेन करना आसान है अगर आप उसको सर्विस दें. तो मेरा सिंपल लॉजिक था और लेसन सबको कि जो कस्टमर है उसको रिटेन कीजिए, मेकिंग श्योर कि आप उसे सर्विस रिपीट करके दे रहे हैं बार बार. Don't rush to make money out of one customer. Don't try to be greedy. Try to restrain yourself and make sure a customer को उतना ही आप जनरेट करें रेवेन्यू जितनी उनकी कैपेसिटी है. उनको don't use them as making more money. That's what we did. Very gradually, slowly, we have built our customer. Alhamdulillah, customers stay with us. They don't leave us.
As a CEO, how do you balance the demands of work with your personal life and well-being?
बहुत important है. You have to start asking what is the actual desire in your life. What is actually आपका end goal क्या है? मैं जब जाता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स के साथ सेशन करता हूँ तो मैं आई आस्क स्टूडेंट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली जो तुम इतनी मेहनत करो इसमें अल्टीमेट तुम्हें मिलेगा क्या? कोई कुछ कहता है, कोई मैंने ये बनना है, मैंने वो बनना है. एक बच्चे ने हाथ उठाया, हैप्पीनेस. दैट्स व्हाट. सो अल्टीमेट गोल इज दैट व्हाटएवर आई अचीव विल दिस गिव मी हैप्पीनेस, और मैं ना खुश रहूँगा और मैं और कोशिश करता रहूँगा. आई हैव लर्न दिस लेसन नाउ. that you have to limit yourself. Don't tell yourself you're unlimited, because उसकी कोई लिमिट नहीं होगी तो आप कभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं होंगे, तो अगर सेटिस्फाई नहीं है तो आप खुश नहीं होंगे. Now it's so critical to have a work life balance. अब मैं अच्छा, how do I balance it? Because I delegate. How can I balance it? काम तो बहुत ज़्यादा है, कंपनी बड़ी हो गई और काम ज़्यादा हो रहा है, but what I said to you earlier that I trust my people. तो आप फिर ऐसे लोग लाए जिन पे आप ट्रस्ट करके आप उनसे उनको काम करने देते, then you can then take back step and spend time with your family. टाइम स्पेंड ऑन योर सेल्फ. आप अपने को टाइम देते हैं, वो देना ज़रूरी है आपका, क्योंकि फिर फ़ायदा क्या हुआ अगर आपने इतनी मेहनत की और आप जाके सडनली बाय द टाइम यू आर ओल्ड एंड यू नॉट वेल, what will happen to the wealth or you, the work you've done, that will be no good to you. It's good to you if you're able to enjoy that. So how do you do that? If you limit yourself. So लोग कहते हैं सर आप तो कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट कर रहे हो, आप लोगों को कह रहे हैं ambitious मत हो. I say I disagree with that. I say it's a balance between ambitiousness and contentness. Be content with what you have gained today. Yes, you can be ambitious to gradually keep moving ahead, grow, but keep your ambitions in control. Otherwise आप खुश होंगे नहीं, क्योंकि पता क्या है, आपका क्या यार मैं अच्छा मैं ये ले लूँ, अच्छा मुझे ये मिल जाए, अच्छा यार मैं वहाँ पहुँच जाऊँ, आप तो कभी खुश ही नहीं होंगे. You have to limit your expectation, you have to limit your goals, you have to limit, otherwise life will just pass like that, and there will be a day you will realize, what have I done? What have I achieved? Yes, business तो built हो गया, wealth भी आ गई, but क्या मैं इसे enjoy कर सकता हूँ?
So are you happy?
Yes, I am happy. You know why? Because I have learned that happiness will not come tomorrow. Happiness is now. So मेरे लिए आज का moment important होता है. मैं सिर्फ आज को देखता हूँ, क्योंकि one lesson you will learn that अभी तो आप कंट्रोल कर लेंगे, आपका अगला moment या आपका कल आपको कंट्रोल में नहीं है, तो फिर मैं उसका वेट ही नहीं करता. Why we, let me give you a philosophical thing. Why we are not enjoying moment? Because we believe कि कल का बेहतर हो जाएगा. So अच्छा मैं ये कर रहा हूँ ना, इसकी वजह से मेरी कल बेहतर होगी, and this is where we lose out today's, जो भी छोटी सी भी अगर कोई चीज़ है हम enjoy नहीं करते, हम वेट कर रहे हैं कि tomorrow will be a better day. That is the biggest folly in our lives. हमारे beliefs में कोई कल का नहीं है, आज है, अभी है. आप अभी जो है मोमेंट है, बच्चे हैं, फैमिली है, भाई है, बहन है, मदर, वाइफ है, माई पार्टनर है, दे आर वन टुडे. मैं उनको लेके चलूँगा, और अगर वो खुश हैं तो मैं खुश हूँ. और वो कैसे खुश होंगे? when I'm able to give them time.
What are your thoughts on the future of the IT industry in Pakistan and NETSOL's role in it?
Pakistan IT industry has reached a point where it is going to grow very rapidly. It has matured in last 30 years. When I started in IT industry in Pakistan, industry was in infancy. There was not much to talk about. Today, I am happy to be in Pakistan because it's matured. We have some very smart people, smart companies promoting Pakistan IT in the world. They're giving good name to Pakistan. So yes, we are in some good times now. IT industry will grow rapidly, grow multiple times. It will be exponential growth in it, and gradually the world will recognize that Pakistan is an IT country. It's already there, but more and more will see Pakistan name to be taken in IT world. So I am very excited about Pakistan IT industry in the world.
How important is mentorship in your life, and what advice would you give to the young entrepreneurs seeking guidance?
I was very fortunate to be mentored by some of my customers who became a mentor. So एक चीज़ है कि शायद कुछ ऐसी मेरी पर्सनैलिटी थी कि I was able to make friends with my customer. अभी पिछले दिनों मैं चाइना में था और मैंने डिनर किया एक जर्मन के साथ. उसका नाम था डॉक्टर वुल्फ पाई. वो मुझे 97 में मिला था. उससे मुझे एक बिजनेस 97 में मिला था. 27 साल वो मेरा दोस्त बन गया, और फिर वो जहाँ भी गया उसने मुझे सबसे पहले मुझे कॉल किया कि पहले वो ताइवान में था, उस वहाँ मुझे इससे काम कराया. फिर वो चाइना गया तो पहले उसने मुझे कॉल किया, मैं चाइना में गया, पहला बिजनेस चाइना का मुझे उससे दिया. आज उसकी वजह से मेरे पास चाइना में 40 कस्टमर्स हैं. चाइना मेरी बिगेस्ट मार्केट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट कस्टमर फ्रेंड हु बिकेम माय मेंटर. अभी एक हफ्ता पहले हमने उसे लाहौर बुलाया, वो रिटायर हो गया अपने उससे. हमने उसे लाहौर बनाया और उसके नाम अपने कैंपस में एक हॉल कर दिया, डॉक्टर वुल्फबाय हॉल। हालांकि अब वो रिटायर्ड है, हालांकि अब मुझे कुछ नहीं देगा, लेकिन वी रिकग्नाइज हिज फ्रेंडशिप, हिज मेंटरशिप, हिज गाइडेंस टू अस इन 27 years, एंड नाउ हिज नेम इज इन द कैंपस फॉर लाइफ। वो नहीं होगा, वो चला जाएगा, वो चला भी गया, वो दुनिया में भी होगा, लेकिन उसका नाम मेरे बाद भी लोग याद करेंगे, दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव डन। सो यस, आई वाज फॉर्चुनेट, एंड मेरी अच्छी बात यह है कि I did listen to people. I wasn't stubborn that I'm the smartest. I accepted that I'm not smart. So when people told me something, I was able to digest that and then change my way of working. That's a lesson to the young ones. Do not tell yourself you are the smartest. Do tell yourself that I am learning. I am learning even today. मैं रोज़ जब लोगों से मिलता हूँ, मैं लोगों से सीखता हूँ, क्योंकि मेरी लर्निंग जब तक लास्ट डे तक चलेगी। तो mentorship is important. Do find a mentor. If you're lucky, somebody will take you over and guide you, but do listen to them. Do listen to their advice. That will help you to change. क्योंकि किताबों से mentorship नहीं होगी, mentorship लोगों से होगी। लकी है आपको मिल जाए।
What's next for NETSOL Technologies and your vision for the future?
NETSOL, inshallah ta'ala, will have a bigger name and will have definitely influence Pakistan IT industry more, inshallah ta'ala. We are very believer in that whatever work we have done to date is not enough. We must do more work for Pakistan. Pakistan needs NETSOL and companies like NETSOL to do more work. So that is the focus of now Pakistan IT industry, to grow bigger, and we take Pakistan name out in the world. और मुल्कों में जाए, और कंट्री में जाए, we have more centers, more offices, so we have a bigger market share, and then we employ more people. Job creation is one of the responsibilities. We must do that.
What is one piece of wisdom you have gained from your experience that you would like to pass on to your listeners? Okay, just one last question. Then,
What is it?
yeah.
Patience. Patience and give time to growth. दो चीज़ें कर लेंगे आप कामयाब हो जाएंगे. एक वर्ड मैं कहूँगा, मेरे ज़िंदगी से एक वर्ड है फेलियर, मेरी डिक्शनरी में ही नहीं है. मैं कभी फेल नहीं हुआ. हाँ, मैं नाकाम हुआ, अनसक्सेसफुल हुआ, फेल ही हुआ. आप पता है फेल कब होते हैं? जब आप गिव अप करते हैं. आई नेवर गिव अप. मैं बहुत दफ़ा नाकाम हूँ. मेनी टाइम्स आई लॉस्ट, बट आई नेवर गिव. दिस इज़ द मैसेज. This is a message to the young one. Never give up. Except when things don't work, change them, but give up ना करें.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.